All right, people. So this is DWL talking from GMC Cadillac and Infinity, and it's pretty much just talking about T-Mobile hotspots with Restaurant Depot supplies. Being able to deal with more of the process of purchasing the items, and being able to um, register objectives with the item brand. So it's pretty much just working at Restaurant Depot and sharing compassions. Another time, and it's pretty much just working with orange, green, and blue statistics of $68,845. So I was just working with a diversity of chapters at the time. So I was just working with 931 different characters coming from the local countries. So that's pretty much how that goes, and dealing with 974 different coordinates versus 974 different 9800s is pretty much the detail of that unit, and it being more attributes to go with those units. So that's pretty much what that is. So it's pretty much working up that statistic at that hour. So it's working on $78,943 or 43%. Dealing with that 743 months from January to September. Just working with different terms and different in different seasons. So yeah, that's pretty much where we're getting majority of these types of units going to, and these could be whether they're in YouTube. Yep, it could be YouTube. PMC2 Square gets shipped here. PMC2 Squared gets shipped here, and this is pretty much where you see the floor plans of YouTube. Who else is in there? T-Mobile is in there. Who else is in there? Vivo is in there. Vine is in there. You got a few others in there as well, and these connect throughout the states. Tremendously large in 371 routes per state. That's a state right there. That's the state, and that's 778 yards going out right there. So it's pretty much where you're using another state of deposits going from Houston, Austin, Dallas, and you're using different subscriptions with specifications in them that describe your point of theory, going towards positive goals, and going towards positive distance at the time. So it's pretty much where we're using majority of these routes, and being able to make a state route of a sort as well, and being able to create a local city to a metropolitan state is pretty much where we end up going 2018 to 2032. and being able to use majority of whether it's PMC2 squared or YouTube or T-Mobile or Vivo or Vine. You got a few more others that do the same thing, and that powers the whole energy of these 624 dimes, that gives more production towards amplifying the detail of audio. So it's just basically stuff that go with audio pipe amplifiers, and understanding more about audio pipe amplifying at the time of 724 different documents of W4s at the time. So it's pretty much working with a positive equation on pi, how to get pi solved for the second, and it's pretty much working with 3rd grade of 7th grade of 10th grade at the hour. So that's pretty much where that goes. Why are you working with T-Mobile satellites with that type of detail? T-Mobile satellites of PMC2 squareds, PMC2 squareds, intuitive storage. So all that could be in PMC2 squareds initiative or intuitive storage, which is a warehouse with these types of subscriptions and stuff in it, and it bases stuff off of Blockbuster and stuff like that, with different movies and different sets of moods and different types of tropics at the time. So it's pretty much working with more of Eco Herb and Eco Leaf, of those types of details. So that's pretty much what we want to use as well to promote that detail, which is a 7. That's Eco Herb net worth is about $721. Promotions over 700 over seven months. It's gained its reputation, and that's pretty much where you're using more of Eco Herb with Papa John's present pretense. Yes, it's pretense of Eco Herb's pretense charters at the time, which teach you more about pro-contracepts and being able to be more active towards the initiative balance of 2078 and 2123 at the time. So it's pretty much as you working on $78,823.43 every 6 months. That's pretty much where you're working with 6426, and working with different payments along that with $6,000 down payments. So that's going from T-Mobile to PMC2 squared to YouTube at the time. So that's a transition between 65,790 DOMs being made, and being able to transition that type of DOM in that type of area is what we want to conclude into our 552 paper statement that we have put into the line of that diplomat. And it's pretty much just looking at more state of Texas of Lake Austin, or more into so the thing about my statement is not a building, it's more like a satellite. So that's pretty much where you're just working on your own managed materials at the hour. So whatever they have in Lubbock or Arlington or Amarillo, they will use from my building, and they'll make the building like that instead of building the building as a regular building. as if it was 1851. We want to use 2025 to 2091 these days. So, that's pretty much what we're using 1985 to 2021 and making an urbanized effort to make positive benefits towards having an AT4 by, having graciousness for the comments that we replied to, and that we understand much of the time, and that's pretty much what we want to be able to clarify ourselves with a positive meaning when we can, majority of the time.